Welcome everyone to the 2024 Upstarts tournament for the Zelda 2 randomizer. Tonight we've got game 2 in this best of 3 series between Rywek and ta909 here in the first round of the brackets. Last night TA did take game 1, and so Rywek is facing elimination in this race. My name is Mirai. We are on the bootleg restream and we are about to send these runners off. Welcome everyone. As I'm hearing myself in my own stream. Apologies for that. Let's get this going. Setting them off now. 15-second countdown on their clock. We've got the seed numbers at the top tonight. We've got the tick marks down below, center of their streams. When we see them go live, as the air conditioner goes on, we'll start our timer in just a moment. Somewhere right around there. TA slightly behind there, but let's go. Let's see if we got some audio here. We're going to be using TA's audio to start off. Looks like a mountainous biome. Let me know if the audio mix is good. We've got a town right off the bat. Raru, free spell, Thunder. Thunder Town here. Checking for hints. 0 for 2. Yep, Thunder required spell here, so we're going to be needing this. Put this up on the tracker. Flying solo tonight. We've got another match coming up after this one as well. Malchior and Hitman, I believe. You would think I'd have the schedule up around here somewhere. 8 p.m. All right, everything sounded good. Hitman in chat there. Looks like they're playing the same seed. I sure hope so. Hash is matched on the starting screen, file select screen. No hints. 0 for 3 here in Raru. All right, well, we've got a linear start, it looks like. I think we can only head east from here, unless we can go south. Oh, we can go south. Okay, east and south. We'll see if we both follow the same path. We are. Rywek out to a slight lead, although TA did have that slight delay in the start. Rudo, Shield Town, although I guess we just flipped it over there. TA did not get caught by an encounter. Oh, looks like we're going north through the swamp. So that east path is really the only way. Rywek going to stick around here and check for hints. Going to see where this trophy's at. Going to see where these other hints are at. This is a good play. If there's something here, it could be very, very good information to have. A lot of swamp. Like to see all this swamp. It's a very welcoming terrain. Everyone loves it. We'd like a little bit more. Completely missed where the trophy's at. Just admiring all that swamp. Is that a dead end up there? Do we have to walk around a different way? DM with the flute. Okay. DM with the flute. Well, we'll see if that comes into play today. It almost came into play yesterday. Almost. And if it had, it might have swung in Rywek's favor. All right, so Rywek is about to go up this giant swamp as well. And I guess it leads nowhere. I guess TA saw a dead end up there, and we really do have to go east through the grass path, just kind of southeast from start. Rywek with a death there, getting kind of beat up by the enemies here. Oh, TA's coming back into Rudo. Also going to play the hints game here. All right, there's a life level for Rywek. All right, so it's East Trophy, DM Flute, and TA will also have that information. Now, TA is going to up and A. I was going to say, if this... Oh, it's not a dead end up here. Oh, TA just wanted to go back to Rudo, I guess, to just play the hints game and get the information. Okay. I was wondering why we turned around. I was going to say it seemed like that grass path was available to take here. So we've got Jump and Saria, unable to obtain that. We're on the wrong side. We're going to find Bagu. We're going to need Bagu if we want to get across in this direction, or find Fairy ahead of time here. Fill a P-Bag Cave for Rywek. Both of our runners being forced down the same path right now, so nothing... Oh, well, TA is going to not see this cave, but then find a bridge to DM, which I'll update in just a moment here. I don't want to miss any other connectors, so bridge to DM from the west. There's our rock. We have no hammer. There's a red die right here. We might see if we can try to kill it on the way out. Rywek is down a life already, though. What is in here? The boots. Could be helpful in this DM just a little bit. We did see a little bit of water there. it is a vanilla-like DM, but that doesn't mean that we don't have any small boots locked areas here. Boots aren't too far away from here anyway, so probably doesn't matter too much, but DM could be the way to go. And Rywek gonna check these other caves as well. This is packed up here with potentially good stuff. I don't see any additional raft or anything up here. There's a lot of caves facing south. A little hard to track this DM. Probably just gonna walk into all of these. That's usually best practice when you've got a lot of caves that are facing in a direction you really don't know. And we got a raft here, so if there is a raft in DM, we'll be able to use that on Rywek's side. Nope, wants to commit, won't commit. Are we going to check this cave as well? I think this is something. Oh, it's Fairy Cave. Interesting. I didn't see the other side of Fairy Cave there, so I... Oh, that was the boulder block. That's the boulder blocked cave there. Okay. That is the boulder blocked cave on... oh, there's a key for TA. We did see that on Rywek's side. Rywek going in for the kill here. Wants his experience under his final life. Last swing. Oh, not last swing. Still alive. 150. Take the life level and live. Oh, takes the magic level accidentally because it pops back up and it just pops up on the first level you can get. Well, that's a game over there, unfortunately. But he was pretty much done there. I think TA looks to be on the right path at this point. The answer seemingly lies, unless we've got a stray Bagu out here, somebody who's really hiding well. It looks like the path isn't to DM here. Oh, no, the boots. So the boots... We had water open up over here. We might be able to walk around. The bridge might not be the top of the map in mountainous biomes, or the edges of the map in mountainous biomes can open up where the boots can get you around. We'll see if that's I wonder if there's, okay, there's nothing there. Okay, we are at the top of the map. So it is forest here. Oh, I see the cave down there. It's just south from where we walk in. It's at least Hammer Cave at a minimum down there. We did see a west-facing cave. There's... Trying to get some coast action here. There might be something in the southeast corner, although Rywek could just walk on the water at this point, but it could be an early one of those things where you get the boots, or he's going to check it here. There's also a cave up there on the water right there. No, that's connected. Okay, so he's got the boots, and TA has the boots now. There's a raft tile. Okay, so the raft is going to go from DM to somewhere. We're still looking around for things, though. But we also have the cave. Again, if he just follows the water, if he takes the water, it's a boots-locked Hammer Cave, it looks like. Or it could have been, might have been a cave facing south. Well, here's Hammer Cave. So that other cave is something else. There's another cave in DM. I'm marking it. I'm marking it down. Big question mark where it goes, though. This is an exciting DM. And DM holds the flute, so this might be what he wants. He might be going into this Hammer Cave. I mean, it could be anything. It's early game. TA also going in on this group of enemies here. Orange Dire is worth 150, though, which is very nice. That's their max in this flag set. Yeah, Rywek kind of probably wishing he had that life 3. And TA probably going to make it through here as well. We'll just mark him down for the raft. TA has not seen the raft tile yet, so... Okay, so I imagine TA is going to go back into DM. He knows he's got nothing else to do out here. We'll see what is in this Hammer Cave, though, in a moment. It is the glove. Okay. Well, that's important. I'll tell you that much. Take it from me. I've played a few seeds, and what I've learned so far is that the glove is fairly important. Might not be important for the first hour of the seed, but at some point it becomes important. So we'll see if TA seeks out that Hammer Cave. Again, he has the hint for the flute in DM, although he didn't mark it down on his tracker, whereas Rywek did. So we do know that it's a hammer required spec rock flute if we need it. That is yet to be determined. It may or may not appear The three-eyed rock may or may not appear on the east, and the river devil may or may not be blocking something. So I think those are 2 deaths for... No, that's just the first death for Rywek, and a game over for TA there. I assume TA at this point is going to head... I didn't see where he was, where he game overed. He was dipping back into that Pillar P-Bag cave, then walked out of there. It looks like he got caught by an encounter or something. Yeah, there's another cave to the west, I guarantee it. I'm giving the Mirai guarantee here. There's a cave to the west. All right, so raft to the maze. I like this. Boots, easily navigable river here with the boots right in the middle of the maze. Gonna walk around the palace and forget to check it. I do this all the time. Not gonna check that little stem between the palace and the raft tile there. So what's guaranteed to happen here is Rywek's gonna full clear this place, and it's gonna actually be 4 steps from the raft tile in the opposite direction that he didn't walk originally. That's not salt or anything from my side of playing this game. All right, so TA onto the coast now, looking around. He'll see the raft tile down here soon enough. We'll see if he continues to explore another cave on DM. Now here's, on maze, I mean. So here's the thing. I'm guessing that actually goes... Well, no, this could all go somewhere. There's the medicine, okay. We don't know what that goes to just yet. We'll see if TA just hits the raft and commits to that. He is checking caves, though, so I think he's looking for Hammer Cave. Yeah, he's going to see it right here somewhere. One of these. Rywek's still looking for that second drop. Haven't seen... Oh, there it is. It's right next to the cave. Okay. $300-point bag there. There's Hammer Cave for TA. He's going to get his glove as well. Assuming he doesn't... Well, I mean, even if he dies and game over's in here, he'll be back, I would imagine. But there's just a magic container there in that long hallway drop. We'll see where this other cave goes. This goes to the east from the maze. So I do wonder... And it's looking like a volcano right off the bat there. I'm going to check the palace now. All right, so P3, P6 here. Trying to get the kill on the Iron Knuckle. These guys could be worth up to 200 in this flag set, so could be an easy early level. He did take, I think that's 2 deaths now. He's on his final life. And he's going east. I probably would have up and A'd at that palace, although here's another palace to kind of bail him out if he wants to up and A here. He's kind of, he's close to this life level. Oh, okay, I was going to say he probably should have just gone into the palace, killed the first thing, and gotten the life level. So there's the glove for TA as well. So here's the thing. That other cave on DM that I'm convinced is a thing. We could have a segmented east. Both those caves... you know, well, it could go back to the west. It could go back to the west, actually. So that would be interesting. I wonder if TA is going to be able to check that. I wonder if he's going to walk over a little bit further. It's like 50 points for Red Iron Knuckle there, I think this was. Was that 500 bag? I couldn't... I'm going to say that's 500 because he's gotten all that experience. The character sprite blocked it. I couldn't see whether there were 2 zeros or just 1. Well, TA is beeping on the way out of here. Again, we saw this last night. Rywek jumping into palaces out of logic. Last night jumped into 5 out of logic, got a magic container for his troubles. And here he's in this 3/6. We do know that bosses drop keys, but he's got at least 1 in his pocket. And do you want to burn it there? May want to continue to check the drop column to see where else it goes. TA is going to commit. Well, there's a heart out of this palace. We're going to see windows in here. I'm sorry. I said P3, P6. It's P1. It's P1. We saw there's 3/6 on the maze. It was P1 on the east. So yeah, he's out of keys. He'd have to find the boss. This does drop all the way down to another room. Boss could just be right from here. And if it is, he would be able to clear this, because again, this flagstep puts keys. It is, in fact, Horsehead, so he'll be able to clear P1 here out of logic. There it is. Okay. First gem down, sub 15 for Rywek out of logic. I forget what that first drop was. Oh, medicine. Was that the first? That was the second drop for TA, so that was a magic container. He's still looking for the other drop, which is going to be his medicine, which goes to a mystery. A mystery. What was I going to say? To a mystery spell. Oh, 2 towns right here. Okay, Old Kasuto could be dangerous. Reflect Town, gonna need that. It's for free. 2 bars of health taken away from those MOAs on life 3. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, so reflect for Rywek here. TA is in the vicinity. There it is. Okay, so there's his medicine. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna take that death there. This is something TA did yesterday. Walked into Old Kasuto early on, saw the spell, and just walked out of there because he was kind of afraid he might take death on those MOAs early on. So there it is. Rywek kind of given the go west to find the P bag. Cool. Rywek kind of given Fairy was right here, and here I am digging P1 out of logic. That's why I tend to discourage the out of logic digs, because if you just kind of like look around real fast, you might just find that key. You might just find that fairy spell, and TA is going to be up here with them as well. Now, to be fair, the lack of key, he cost him 1 key to get into the item room there. It was the going left drop room into the same room, except it was a different configuration with a key. Got him into the outer room for a heart, and then he couldn't progress any further. And so he had to go down to the bottom of the drop column and then just find Horsehead. So if Fairy is castable more than 1 time, that might put TA in another direction for a few extra rooms, and his P1 might be a little bit longer than Rywek's was. All right, we got another palace down here. So we don't have a hidden palace today. Nothing locked behind a 3-head rock or forest tile. Looking like we might have a MOA in here in the lava encounters. GP in the open today. And Spelltown for the child turn in. Also upstab here. Didn't see how much Fairy was to cast. Missed it on both the runners. Rywek is at magic 3, and TA is at magic 1. Although Thunder's castable at 82, we did see Rywek blast his way out of there. Okay, 49 to cast at magic 3. Gonna get upstab as well. So 3 towns down here in the open. Here's a potential pass-through or item cave. It is gonna be a pass-through. It's kind of low on the map. I don't know if that's actually gonna take us to the other side. It may, though. All right, TA also coming in here. Didn't see how much Fairy was, but we're about to see the cast here in a moment. Upstab for TA as well. We're going in for the child hint on Rywek's side. There was no hint in the first house, so the child here at the end of the town may have a hint for us. East Child, East Trophy. And the kid knows nothing. So East Child, East Trophy, Spec Rock Flute. At this point, though, what are we missing? We're missing New Kasuto. So if New Kasuto is behind a forest tile and we need it, I don't know what that could be. I forgot to mark Reflect for TA. Could be, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say, unless we have, I don't know. I think we're ultimately here in Goma. We're ready to go at this point. We have a glove. We have access to everything at this point. yeah, I'd say we're ultimately in go mode right now. We have the 3 required spells, essentially, for the game. There is a MOA in that lava encounter, okay. Always safe to ferry through those. Really, always safe to ferry through those. TA into P1 now. Yeah, this is pretty huge. I mean, unless we have a pass-through somewhere in the west that is required, that we need to hammer for. That would be the only thing that would hold us up at this point, I think. Because the palaces are open and available everywhere. There's no blocks for any palaces on the west. Again, unless we have like the artificial pass-through block of some sort. And all the towns are going to be open and free and available that we need to get to. Like worst case scenario, we have jump blocked behind a forest tile on the east here in New Kasuto. Because it is one-sided. It's one-sided. So, okay. It is a one-sided volcano. So that pass-through that's just south of where we come in, that cave that's facing north, is either going to get us to the top side, or my suspicion is that that cave in DM actually takes us to the other side of the east, is a possibility as well. All right, so Tia going to drop into this room. If he recognizes it, he realizes he came out of a room with no door, goes into a room with a door, he'll see this item room here. Only 70 points for the blue iron knuckles. So this is what I'm talking about. Fairy allowing TA to push through this room, which, unless this leads to the landing room that the drop column lands us in, then... Oh, this looks... I don't know what this looks like, actually. Oh, Rywek blasting through the red iron knuckle, but needed that magic for a fairy cast, and unfortunately burned through both of those jars. There's a jar refill in this room for TA here. Top statue head. As I just forward him the information. Oh, there's the loop. So he's going to go down and right now. Got a fairy... Oh, the other thing we might have had a jar in the statue to the left of that elevator. Could be a key here. There's going to be a small item in this room. Haven't seen a window yet. It's just a pee bag there for TA. Haven't seen a window yet in this 3-6 that's in Death Valley. Whichever one it is, the opposite will be in Maze Island. And then that'll leave 2 and 5 on... Or, what is it? 2, 4, and 5 on the west. Oh, did we see a window already? So this is P6 in Death Valley. Well, this should be a fun room here. Oh, he's not going to go through that room. Okay. He's coming back down. Well, so Rywek, a little gesturing in the camera there. I think he thinks he needs downstab to get through that room going back to the right, but you don't. There is a longer path. You could just walk around without downstab. The way that that particular room is built. Oh, he gets bopped into the lava. He's got some kind generators in here, though. Yeah, TA is spending some time in here. All right, so this is the room that the drop column landed us in, and so Horsehead's going to be just to the right of here. This P1 is going to be a little bit longer for TA. Oh, man, this Doom Knocker is knocking Rywek around. All right, there's P1 down for TA as well, matching our gem count here between the runners, 2340-ish there. And that's just to a dead end for Rywek there. So he can up and A and pick a different path. Might want to, well, okay, he's not that close to a level. Yeah, we'll see what TA goes next here. Oh, did he not? Did he not get reflect? I thought he got reflect from here. My bad. I marked it for him early. He did the same play he did yesterday then. Figured he'd come back rather than game over way out here. So there it is. Okay. I've marked it early, but now he's got it. So he's back to the west. We know we've got a Saria block, but of course Ferry is going to get us across that. But he doesn't know we have a one-sided volcano. Whereas Rywek has that information now. I think we've got, what was it in here? Jump? That's right. I said worst case scenario we'd have Jump in a new Kasuto, but I think Jump is here in Saria. Yeah, TA with Magic 4 now. I was going to say, if we're coming back here to the west, and if we want to do the palaces here, again, it's going to be 2, 4, and 5. He doesn't know that yet. He doesn't know that 6 is in Death Valley. So, the punishing thing, though, is if we don't have... cheap Reflect and cheaper Fairy, then casting Reflect and Fairy in P4 is going to be a little demanding on resources. West to find the boots. Thanks. Thanks. We needed the boots to get to the fairy spell so we can get over here, dude. Yeah, Rywek blasting his way through here. Kind of had to do that. Blue Iron Knuckles can be a little tricky, and if you're not comfortable with fighting them, then he did have to waste that magic cast there. And that's going to cut into his fairy cast. He's going to take the life level, though, as opposed to that magic level. There's some lava in here. He can take a death if he needs to. I don't think he's on his last life. So we've got, what, 3 more caves and a grass tile to find. We've got medicine, trophy, and heart container cave to find. There's a glove block going left there in Rywek's room. So we got an eye junction here. See, now, here's another thing. Kind of a veteran runner play. You could despawn that door if you knew that there was a jar in the statue head on the right side of the elevator. It would get him his magic back, and he could despawn that door, saving on a key / fairy cast. Keys don't seem to be nearly as abundant as they were in the previous seed last night, as I completely missed what was in Trophy Cave there. That was a very fast Trophy Cave. Yeah, this is a tough room here. Life 5 might have been the right play. I don't know. 500 bag right there is going to get him very, very close to that magic level, though. There's 2 Swamp Palaces here. There's P4. Again, we're probably not going to jump into that immediately here. This is 2 or 5. Wow, 4 and 5 are exactly the same color, but have a different brick pattern. I guess the guy who painted one just did both jobs at the same time. There's a P bag in the grass tile. $500 again. Big bags. Last night we had 300s and 700s. Tonight we've got 300s and 500s. So, once again, a lot of experience out there. Hopefully Rywek can make this jump. No, doesn't mean it's the wrong way or anything, though. I mean, that it's just nice to know what's off to the right. I don't know if we saw any landing rooms anywhere else in the 6. Have we been in here? We've not. Okay. Or, yeah, I'm going to say we haven't. Anyway, fire in Mito. We're going to get downstab as well. We'll see if we pick up fire. I don't think we've seen it combined with anything just yet. I don't think anyone's done a check on anything. Okay, there was a heart container in Trophy Cave. Okay. All right, so Fairy has come down quite a bit there at Magic 4. We're seeing both the casts on both runners there at Magic 4. But we have found Barba. We haven't found the item, but we've found Barba. Didn't see how many lives Rywek had left. He doesn't have a bad Barba fight or anything like that, but last night he did get caught near the end of the Barba fight, causing himself a game over there. We had dueling Barba fights last night. That was very cool to see. I don't know if we're on our last life right now or not. Attack 3, though. This is a little rough, maybe? Maybe a little rough. Again, one of these things. Last night we were... Me Thanks So was my co-com last night. We were talking about this as it was going on. About how the longer the fight goes on, the more it demands from you. It's easy to kill Barbara quickly, but when you've got to sink 40, 36, 48, 50 hits into the dragon, you're here for a minute, and, if this fight is going to take you 4 minutes to get through, I don't know, 4 minutes is a long time, but maybe 3 minutes to get through. And then that happens, and it is a game over. Oh, man. Well, it's not super close to start. He does know the way back there. And we have jumped into this P4 for TA. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough right there. But he did waste a bunch of resources earlier on, kind of, feeling out the layout of the palace and hitting a dead end there, having to push through that one room that had some demanding enemies in it. I think we do have 1-ups in the drop pool, though. I don't know whether they're coming from large or small enemies. You can let the red Stalfos, blue Stalfos, let all the skeletons just drop down to your level and fight them. This guy's tricky to fight. We do have a reflect spell, and I mean at that stage, if you know you're gonna either have to body damage to get through him, and it's gonna cost you a life, then you have to cast Reflect, even though it's gonna cut into your magic. You have to cast Reflect at that point. And he had full magic as well. So fire is Reflect. Okay, we're getting confirmation there in reverse that fire is Reflect. So this might help TA, though. If fire is cheaper than Reflect at Magic 4, it may or may not be. I didn't see its cast cost. Oh, well. 39, it is a little cheaper. He hasn't confirmed it, though. Yeah, that thing's coming right back at you. But yeah, here's where we are seeing the downstab coming into play. Whereas Rywek doesn't have it. He has to body a bunch of damage. You've got TA just kind of slicing through those enemies like that. That was pretty nice. Here's the item room in P4. We don't have a hint for whatever Karok's got. Oh, there's a 1-up for Rywek. That's great. That is great. Attack 4, 445 for TA. Again, Rywek would like to have his magic back, and it's just sitting. There's a jar right there. It's a 50-50 jar, and he's in P6, so it might not be a jar at first, but you can try and try again. Now he's on a sliver of health. Yeah, this is going to be ultra tricky. Ultra tricky. I think TA may have wrapped around. Or is this a second 4-way room here? I think he's wrapped around. I think he also thinks he wrapped around. Or did he up an A? I completely missed what he did after he got that item, and I didn't even see the item. It's amazing that I say the item room and then I look away to see what Rywek's doing. What was in P4? There's Karok. Oh my god. TA's beeping. Oh! Beam to the stomach. Oh, there he gets the confirmation that it is fire, if he's not casting it specifically. So Rywek drops down here. Again, we've had keys in the drop pool, but we haven't seen one again for a while. All right, Barba round 2. His second gem placed here for TA. Almost about 9 minutes. About 9 minutes after his first gem. Something like that. I think it was 24:40 or 20. Maybe it was 23:40. Maybe it's been about 10 minutes. Now Are we going into 5? Yeah, Rywek's got attack 4 now, so this is going to go a little bit faster. Yeah, we're seeing the dragon's health drop a whole lot faster right now. Okay, dragon down. So there it is. Rywek going to answer back there and place his second gem as well. Just a minute after TA places his second. And again, Rywek has that information that we've got a one-sided volcano. Is there anything up here in all this swamp? Probably not. Looks like a big fat no. Rywek coming back home to the west. Probably going to follow in TA's footsteps here. Going to go find Downstab. Going to go turn in, or at least see what this medicine gives us. He won't be excited to get that. What do we still have on the east? We still have desert tile, water tile, and both caves. We have really everything on the east. We saw nothing but palaces and towns on that south side. So every item location is on the top side of our eastern volcano. Still looking around for P2. We still have some caves as well. Okay, we're going to take Parappa Cave here. Rywek also going to grab Jump out of Saria. Not a bad play. Okay, so that apparently led nowhere. His TA is coming back through Parappa Cave. You know, it's quite possible, again, that coming back to the eastern layout, we did have that one pass-through cave facing north. So that could actually get us to the other side. Oh, no, here's P2 right here. Okay, never mind. Well, I was going to say, it's possible that the pass-through cave takes us to the other side of the volcano, and then we have a small little pocket on a segmented west or something like that. But nope, those hopes and dreams have been crushed as we find P2 down here. Kind of hidden in a little bit of a corner. Rywek could potentially find it a little bit faster than TA. TA did a little bit of walking. If Rywek goes south as opposed to north, and kind of clears out all of this down here. Oh, we can't get that Mo off the screen. It is going to catch us here. Close. Okay, no bad enemy down here. No key door either. Rywek is going to head south here. Ferry to the right if TA wants it. He does. I don't know why he wouldn't. He was on one bar. Just saying. Trophy cave here for Rywek. Going to be a heart. Another four-way elevator here in this P2. It's also possible that Rywek does P4 a little bit faster. Haven't seen the P5 layout just yet. Oh, P2 is very quick as well. Okay. And we're going into 5. Just gonna... I'd probably find Mito and get Downstab first. I mean... Probably a safer bet. Yeah, I mean, this is... Whatever this next palace is next to it is going to be an easier palace than 5. So Rywek going into 4 here, but still has not seen Mito, so still no downstab. We do know that it's a pretty simple... If you just go the right way, it's not that big of a palace. TA going to save P5 until later, so he's going to have to come all the way back here. He's going to have to... walk all the way back through Saria, and then hit a P5 at the end. So it's possible that Rywek does get some time back here. If Rywek just goes right at this 4-way. No. That's so funny. It's so funny. So Rywek is going to follow the same path as TA here. Find the item, I think, at some point. Right there. That cave right there to the west. No one wants to check it where TA came out of. No one wants to look at that cave. I'm telling you, that's our last connector. It goes somewhere. All right, we are fairy feeding. We're going into 3. TA doesn't know this is 3 just yet. Right, we're probably going to take a death in here. There's that Doom Knocker at the end. He casts jump, and then boom, surprise. And he gets the last second cast. Clutch. Clutch move. Just standing stay. Don't get landed on, okay? And when you push him down, don't. Yep, perfect. Done. Easy game. Item room, item room. Okay. Item room for both of them. Let us see. What's in 3? What's in 4? I totally missed what was in 4 when TA was in here. Magic key in 2, and you could just die on anything in here. Yeah. Oh, it's just a P bag in here. Okay, no big deal. Well, at this point, yeah, this is where TA would have up and A'd and then started over, and that's where I thought he had looped around, but he hadn't looped around because he just saw the item and got out of there. So, anyway, we found the boss in P3 here, Rywek. Stick to the corner strats. Easy game. Easy game. Here's the thing, though. In all honesty, we don't actually need to go to the other side of the east, do we? We're just going to go into Death Valley, finish 6, and then go back to 5, and then go to GP, and all that's accessible. We don't even need the other side of the east. Well. Yeah, we're not going to have a shield spell in GP. We'll at least have the jump spell. Oh, so Rywek can't go to the right there. What? Oh, it was a door. He was just going to back out of it. Well, I hope he grabs this jar and goes to the right, upstairs, because that is the way to Karok. Alright, so TA walking into 6 here. Yeah, if you get off the elevator too high, you can't get back up to it. You have to reset the room. So was Karok right off of this elevator here? Yes, he was. Okay. Alright, well, that's Karok down. Let's hope we can find P2 pretty quick. I mean, he can jump into P5 here. I don't know what this 1500 is. He's very close to the double level. So unfortunately, he's not going to get that. 1500 could be attack 5. It's probably going to be that life 6, though. It is life 6. Wow, okay, 23. 2140 is life 7. 2350 is attack 5. So I might look, I might just look for P2 real fast. Funny, what's funny is we could have just let that ride. And there's a 500-point bag there on the grass. Here's the item room in 6. We didn't see this on Rywek's side. Gonna be down stab from Rywek here. Probably not gonna grab fire though. Hammer in 6. Yeah, we're probably not gonna have any hints that are too useful at this point. There's still a few out there though. We saw Boots hint. We saw P-Bag West hint. So there, I think that's all we saw in terms of loose NPC hints. So there's 2 more out there somewhere. Oh no, we saw DM Flute as well. So that's 3. So there's just 1 more out there. Alright, so TA going through this room that we saw Rywek go through earlier. We do know that this is the correct path. TA did not go into this heart container cave down here. Maybe best case scenario would be a magic container. Something to give Rywek a little bit more resource here. And it is a magic container, okay. Yeah, Tia getting a little beat up in this room. He's got to fight more at the other end of this. And he hits, and that's a death, yeah. So it's just outside of Rywek's view is P2 up there. I don't know if he's going to go into 5 right now. He is going to go into 5, okay. Yeah, no shield, no life spell. Attack 4, life 6. We'll see how easy this P5 is. I don't know. It's our first look into P5, though. All right, so if TA makes this jump, he might get set. Oh, he's just going to take the... Oh, no, he's going to take the drop. Or, no, he's going to ferry. Okay. Oh, this loops around to that glove block. Okay. No, the fairy cast. This is just a vanilla drop through room. Here's the item room in 5. We know that TA is the dragon is just to the right of here. Another P bag. Wow. I'll be hoping for containers at this point. Oh, here's our dragon. Okay, same attack 4 that Rywek was on. You know, it doesn't take too long. A few extra hits per cycle, I think, on TA's side here. Oh, oh little shaky jump there at the end. $700 for the dragon. We're out of here. 2350 again is going to be attack 5. So Tia going to have to walk it all the way back to P5 that Rywek is in right now. Right, we're going to take life 7. TA walking it back, though. Yeah, he doesn't have 5 bricked off on his tracker. And if he opens his menu again, I'm guessing we'll see 1 gem still yet to place. Yeah, the annoying small item tile right next to the actual spike tile. Oh, see, so that's where that pass-through goes. Oh, TA might be trying to do more on the east here. Maybe? So that pass-through goes nowhere, and my suspicion was correct, is that the cave in DM takes us to the top side of the east. So what's the play from TA now? Here's not Guma for Rywek, the bait room. Wow, okay, so what's the play? TA has the lead here. But where are we headed? Another dead end for Rywek. Yeah, a lot of 1-ups. A lot of 1-ups in the drop pool here. I think the... I don't think we had 1-ups in the drop pool yesterday, but again, we did have a lot of keys in the drop pool. And now we've got a lot of 1-ups in the drop pool today. Okay, so TA, up and A's out of there. Again, that was something he just learned when he walked into that 6 to see that we had a one-sided volcano and that pass-through, now confirmed, goes nowhere. And so I had said earlier that I felt that it was a little too low on the map to really take us to the other side of the volcano. There is a maximum distance that those caves can travel. I don't have that number off the top of my head, and it's different from biome to biome slightly. It is... longer. They do travel further in calderas and volcanoes though. So, but still I felt that cave was a little too far south on the map to take us all the way to the north side of the volcano. And so, okay, TA is going to get that flute. Oof, Rywek holding on for dear life there. All right, back spawn in the bog up. Don't beat the... Wow, gets the fairy cast for the save, but doesn't have enough health and gets hit by a Bago, exiting the room to take the death and have to do the room over again. Incredible. Incredible. There's a 1-up, though. Can you get to it, though? Just gonna thunder again. All right, so TA is looking around for caves now. He has seen the toe grab for Rywek. This P5 is, this could be Guma here. Yeah, this, no, this is a Death Mountain room. This is not an elevator. Yeah, so where is the cave? TA knows that he missed, at minimum, he missed 2 caves on the west, right? He doesn't have Medicine Cave and he doesn't have Heart Container Cave, so it's possible, from his perspective, to also have a cave on the west that'll take him to the top side of the east, but he's in DM, looking around for it right now, and I will say that he's in the correct biome. It's interesting. Neither runner saw the cave down there. It's just south. When you first enter into DM via the bridge, it's just on the south edge of your viewport, and you can see that there's a cave just facing to the west. You know it can't go anywhere because you just came in on the west side of the biome itself, and so you know that that's going to be either Hammer Cave or a connector, and we saw Hammer Cave already, so it's definitely a connector. And we have found Guma on Rywek's side. We saw Death there, and there's a... Oh, he's going in for the jump first. That's a little dangerous. Usually it's a swing and escape. Okay, TA is out of DM. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's going back west. Well, I mean, he has to go back west. But the thing is, maybe he's just concluded, been like, you know, what the hell am I doing? I can actually just go, you know, beat Guma in 5 and then just do GP. So forget the other half of the East. He may want some extra containers. You know, Rywek has 6 magic containers and TA only has 5. Is Thunder still 82 at Magic 5? Because if it is, he can't cast it. So he might be looking around for some way to get to the east to get more containers. That's a possibility. However, we do know that there's a container just sitting in Heart Container Cave. No, I thought it was castable before that. We saw Rywek got his 6th container out of Heart Container Cave, and he was able to cast Thunder back in Old Kasuto. So it's got to be cheaper than 82. Is this Medicine Cave? This is Medicine Cave. Okay. So Rywek is having a tough time with this Guma fight here. He keeps getting Guma down and then just taking a hit at the end. Again, no shield, no life. Life 7. I have not been watching to see exactly how many heart containers that Guma takes off in a swing. I say that now, and I'm going to do a reverse commentator curse, and he's going to do a perfect flawless fight. Across in Medicine Cave. Oh, he did take a hit there. Just over 2 bars, or maybe 2 bars exactly. Kind of hard to see in the smaller screen there. He gets it, though. Final life. Very nice. Guma off the board. Got to go find 2. Don't forget that you've got another palace out here in the west. Honestly, if you can find 2, 2 is ultra fast. 2 is fast. And then he just goes into 3 on the maze, which I don't think it'd be... 3 is a pretty small palace regardless, even if you full clear it. I probably would up an A, though, after getting this level. Oh, I got the level, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so as long as he doesn't go to the very far top side of this biome, if he just heads east through the swamp here and commits to the edge of the map, he'll see P2. He might go north, though. He's going north. Yeah, this is a lot of swamp. Oh, no, he's going east. Triple Blue Moblin. And TA is back up here again by Medicine Cave. Found Bagu. Oh, he's going east. Okay. He's just got to go a little south. Yeah, I haven't caught the... I do wonder what we're looking for. We did find P2 here on Rywek's side. We do know P2 first elevator is where Helmet Head is at. TA's doing a grind here. Can he not cast Thunder? He's doing a 300-point grind for 2540, which is going to be Magic 6. It's definitely castable. We just saw Rywek do it. It cost 64, approximately. 68, 64, somewhere in there. Maybe TA just wants to be a little safer. Maybe it's exactly 80 or something right now. I'm just really not sure. If we can watch, I'm going to really try to watch TA's screen here, because we know P2 is pretty quick and easy as long as Rywek just holds right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure on that either. I mean, the other question. So he takes that and then... Yeah, we still have a gem to place. Interesting. Maybe he wants to use the gem money to get a different level. Oh no, did Rywek come down to a dead end? Did he not check the full elevator? He went down. He's just got to go up. That's P5 right there for TA. Okay. Yeah, always, always, always check your elevators. That was a fast Helmet Head. We know this P5 potentially has some decisions to make when it comes to pathing. It's not just a hold right palace, it seems, but maybe TA will takes some meme pathing. At this point, though, Rywek is, in terms of routing, he's going to up an A out of here. Yeah, go back to the maze, do P3, and he might be the first one into GP here, as long as his P3 is fast, and the TA takes a little bit of time in this 5. Is he going to go for the item? He's going to go for the item. It is just a P bag, I believe. It's trolled by the little Goomba there. It is just a P bag, yeah. As we saw Rywek go this way, and I'm pretty sure this does end up being a dead end in this direction. I'll have to walk it back going left. Rywek walking it back to the raft here. And there's our hour mark, okay? Yeah, it's entirely possible that TA just takes a better route in this 5, again, other than this particular right. Rywek gonna walk around the outside, though. Unfortunately, the river only opens up on the east side of the maze, and so you can't shortcut through. That is always like that. And what's so interesting, though, is he could have just walked right to the palace, couldn't he have? He's got to do the palace on the maze. What are our runners are confusing me here. I don't know what's happening. Rywek, has he done 3? Did he do 3? I know he's going to check this pass through, which is going to go nowhere. Why does he not want to do 3? I mean, if you're willing to do 5, you should be willing to do 3. Did he maybe lose where 3 was at? His tracker that shows on the stream is in broadcaster mode, or broadcasting mode, so I can't see if he's actually got the other. I mean, I guess he must have the other piece of it up on his desktop somewhere, but I don't know if he's marked whether it's in the west or the east or Maze Island. He is using the Emo Tracker package, and so he can mark both trackers, Angularity's and Emo Tracker, Dudu's Emo Tracker package. They both allow you to mark where the palace is in terms of which biome or continent it's on. And yeah, this is it. Yeah, okay, there you go. The pastor goes nowhere. He gets $500 for his troubles. It's just lava and death up there. But I mean, he walked right by the maze palace. This is pretty interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I've limited information here, folks, and I don't know. Anyway, TA looks like he's taking the exact same paths that Rywek was in this palace. We're gonna have to go through this slightly terrible room. Bago Bagos are our generator in here. Not the worst thing to have. Much better than, honestly, they're probably second worst, but I don't think they're that bad. The things that are just the worst are the Mowheads, the square wave Mowheads, and because you could just wait for the Bago Bago to come up in a favorable position. Although, okay, he's got it. All right, not a problem. And I'm trying to watch Rywek as well. I think Rywek, I mean, I have to assume he's confused at this point on where he needs to go. Unless he is just absolutely determined to go to the other side of the east. But in that case, you know, again, as you talked about early on, I mean, you just don't need to go there. I mean, am I missing something? Do we need something on the other side of the east? Well, we found Guma on TA's side. I think TA is just going to do the commitment here. Again, Rywek going back to, I mean, wow, I think Rywek's giving up his lead here. This is going to be that's a flawless Guma from TA, beeping with a sliver of health there. remaining takes out Guma to place the final gem. We'll see if TA wants to go to GP after this, or if we go back to searching for the other side of these. Am I missing? I don't know if I'm missing something. I mean, every item location on the east is on the other side of the east there, but we don't need anything in that regard, right? There it is. 6 gems are down. We have access to GP. The only things that are going to be over there are containers. We know that there's no item over there because we've literally picked everything up. TA has everything. And unless we just want safety containers, that might have been it. That might have been that TA wanted more hearts or something, and he wanted that life 8, or he wanted shield maybe, because trophy is in the east, and that's shield. It's Rudo's shield today, and maybe he wanted shield, and so to be safe, he grinded out that magic 6 so that he could place a gem for life 8, or he's doing more grinding. Is he doing more grinding? Okay, so Rywek just walks south. Oh no, south is going to be the bridge. He's doing more grinding. Wow. I mean, TA has the game advantage here. I would just go into GP and see what happens. I guess it's nice that there are 500-point P-bags in the large enemy drop pool. And it's also very interesting that when you're in doubt as to where a cave may be, honestly, the first places you want to check are like the borders of a map. In DM, specifically, because more often than not, those connections, including Hammer Cave, are all just going to be on the border somewhere. I say more often than not. I don't know if that's true. I don't have statistics on this, but I would say a majority of the time they are somewhere pretty easily seen. And so if Rywek just walks south, now he's going to hit the bridge. Is he coming back west? You can see the cave right there, right there. It's on the bottom of the map, right? It's on the bottom of the viewport. Okay, so Rywek still needs to do 3, though. I am... Both of them probably quite concerned with what their opponent is doing, but their opponent is also just kind of hanging. Both opponents just kind of hanging, doing stuff. This is wild. Maybe TA, there it is. I mean, there it is. Top side of the east. But, I mean, if GP is that bad, this will help Rywek, but I don't know. I don't know. There's our child. Like, again, we should have done P3, I think. He's going to go through these caves. We have 4 containers left out there. So TA wants attack 6. Now he's ready to go into GP. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that can't feel good. All that grinding. Oh man, I need to hydrate here. All right, TA headed back to the bridge, then going to go back to the raft, hit the maze, hit the cave to the east, hit GP, I hope, or maybe, I don't think he's going to go walking around in DM again looking for the cave. So here's going to be Nukasudo. We didn't see anything on the water tile either. The thing is, if the trophy that he may want is in the spell tower, we don't have spell, right? And the child, we'd have to go back to Darunia to turn in the child for spell. And so that's quite a walk. Yeah, we did see the basement there. And so sorry, let me complete my connector list here. DM to the east. Yeah, TA is just going to head right into GP here. At 668. There's the life spell for Rywek. Yeah, I mean, no shield, no life. Really comes down to whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, we're not here to shame anyone in terms of grinding. It was just, you know, we had the opportunity to go in, and both runners were kind of looking for other stuff. And here we go, 109, 109.05, approximately 60, 69.05. And so we can check these caves for the remaining containers, and the possibility of a trophy in there as well for the shield spell. But we got an early Thunderbird, so this isn't going to be punishing in any regard. It's likely going to be a 2-shot, though. Maybe a 3-shot if TA's lucky with this life effectiveness. It's hard to tell exactly. I'm not used to just playing with a static vanilla life effectiveness. Okay, it is going to be a 3-shot. All right, well, there's 2 hits right off the bat. But this Thunderbird is just 2 rooms in to the palace, and so this isn't too bad. I would imagine that once he gets this down, he might just up an A and just start over with full resources. You know, we just get a key from this drop, no big deal. That was a really fast Thunderbird. Get the key, up an A, continue, start over. Easy game right there. Second entry, 70.09. That took a minute. Took about a minute there. There's sunken P-bag key for Rywek. Yeah, Rywek still has to go back and do 3. It's going to be a container or a trophy in here. It's a heart. Okay. The bird jumps over TA. Convenient. The bird also jumps over the pit, chasing him. We got a left and a right here. We're just going to start by holding right. Is Dark Link in the next room? Oh, it's another elevator of the same exact variety. Up and left. Still just going to hold right. It's going to be 2 enemies going right here. Easy enemies, though. All right. More elevators. Time for me to minimize the race room just so I don't get spoiled by any small delay in the stream. There's a hard up stab block room there. There's a left here. Here's a risen P-bag key for Rywek. We're going to take this right. We've also got a right downstairs as well. Oh, into the lava. And there's our trophy. Okay, well, if we want shield, we can get shield now on Rywek's side. Oh, is this going to be a troll room for TA, or is it going to be empty? Okay. Got some vertical dots. Yeah, not too bad. This is probably the easiest generator in this room. We've got a drop. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we dropping to? Oh, he broke out both the... Yeah, gonna take a little bit to get up there. All right, we've dropped somewhere. This is the same room we dropped into last night, where Darklink was just to the right. This is possibly a 4-way elevator. Could also be a 3-way. It is a 4-way. Okay. The meme is to just take a right at the 4-way. Rywek looking around for something else here. I'm not really sure what... I think... There's a dead end to the right, though, of the 4-way. So I feel like he thinks there's another palace out on the east here somewhere. I think that's why he might have come up to this side. Because his palace is on Maze Island. Right, on the bottom side of the east, we had P1 and GP. Inside of the valley, we had P6. And those were our 3 eastern palaces. On the west, we had 2, 4, and 5. And that left P3 on the maze, which he has not done yet. So any hit we're taking in this GP, we're taking full damage. We've got no shield, no life spell. Rywek with the up and A, thinking about things here. Could get trolled in this room. Could be a giant king bot. Nope, it's going to be a bubble and a Moa. we've got a downstab room. Yeah, this could be the hard upstab block room. And it is. So this looks like it may be a loop if it's not a duplicate. Which means that if this is the same elevator shaft, we have a left and a right still remaining. And then something at that four-way as well, I think. Yeah, so this is the same elevator shaft. We got a left there and a right at the bottom. We got a ferry to the left in that room, though, if he wants it. There's also a ferry to the left in this room. He's got two ferries that he could grab. He's down in life, and he's down almost all of his health right now. There's going to be, yeah, I was going to say there's something in the middle of these waffles here. Tough enemy. Can't take a hit here. Nicely done. Oh, man. I would say Reflect can help in that situation. It does block the fireballs. So here's P3 for Rywek. Ooh, this is tricky. Oh, he doesn't get... So that was the play. I mean, really, that was the play to break open a block and then immediately ferry through the open hole. But it's a little tricky, like mechanic. Like, you got to hit it. Yeah, you got to hit it real fast. And if you miss the swing, then all of a sudden you're just going to take that damage. So this is a new elevator room for us. Item room in 3 for Rywek. I forget what this is. Magic key, okay. Oh, this is new territory for TA. Oh, this looks like the same exact room we've just looped into ourselves. Or, yes, it is, okay. Alright, so we're going to up an A and start over. He still has a few remaining options. Yeah, and here's Rywek. Yeah, this could have been done a while ago. Again, I'm not really 100% sure. We'll get Rywek probably in for an interview. I know TA is going to be unavailable for an interview after this. But this is one where you kind of wanted to talk to both of them so they could tell you all about their shenanigans that they were doing there at the end there. Man. Oh, we had this left here. Yeah, we have this left. Forgot about this left. And there's Rywek down for Rywek. He's going to be GP ready. We got an elevator up. Haven't seen this just yet. We're going to get hit in the elevator here. Oh, he gets the pop. Very nice. Still going left, though. Another left, another one of these rooms. Okay. It is an elevator up, though, so at any point we could run into a boss on an elevator. Not yet. We're going right. Got some birds in here. Just don't downstab through the bricks. What else we got here? Big bubble. There could be some more enemies down here. Rywek walking in. Oh, there's going to be a bluebird down here. Into the lava we go. So that's about 7 minutes. Oh, and that's a dead end for TA. About 7 minutes behind TA. We'll see what the time is when he's done with Thunderbird, though. TA had the 70:09 re-entry time. We'll see if Rywek does the same thing with the up and A. Or if he just continues on. Now, at this point, though, if you're Rywek, do you feel that you need to take some more gambles? In terms of routing, you know? If he does, though, if he takes that first left, we know that that first left is Garbo. Alright, so at this point, I think Tia can literally just hold... Oh, no, he's got that left. He's got that left on that 4-level elevator, and he's got the other 4-way. There was a tough room to go through. There's a waffle room that was guarded by a bird and a mew. Oh, we've got this up and left as well. Okay, easy. Yeah, so we had 3 options. We've got 2 lefts and a right. Rywek, another dead end. Okay. Wow. Any left gambles here just not working out so far. Could be a fairy back here. Yep. So Tia gonna walk it back. There it is. Thunderbird down in the first try here for Rywek. Oh, Tia gets caught by a Bago. And Rywek's just gonna push on here, reduce the resources as he walks out of this room. He's gonna have to fight an orange bird here. If he gets hit, it's probably death. I mean, bodied, not by a beam. Oh, no, take care of the bird, no big deal. TA gonna go down and right. We've got one left and one right remaining. Oh no, we have a left at the drop as well. We have two lefts and one right remaining. Hold the phone. 3 options remaining in terms of routes. Now, Rywek gonna survive. If he just holds right, he'll get the fairy that TA just got. He'll be down magic, but he'll get the fairy. If he just holds right. Now, here's the thing, though. TA's got this left. King bot? Yep. And now all the little bots are in your way. What a great enemy. I love king bots. All right, this is a curtain room. Elevator up on the other side. Is this going to be our Dark Link? Rywek does not want to go to the right there. Got a shaft. And it is Dark Link here. Wow. Okay, so Rywek literally just goes left in this room here. He'll be right to Dark Link. TA slated to take game 2 here. Gonna be pushing on if he does. If Dark Link causes him problems. Dark Link is not much of a problem causer, although we're in the corner dancing together. All right, so Rywek gonna go in this direction as well. He's gonna see the drop room coming up. And that is gonna be it, folks. GG to TA, taking game 2 in this 3-game series, eliminating Rywek, and moving on to round 2 in the brackets. Switch over to something around there, I think. All right, well, if you do want to see the standings, if you want to see the current situation, you can check out the standings and all the spreadsheets and all the async stuff as well. See all the seeding and all of that. Z2R.gg/Upstarts24. If you want to see all that, it's going to be a redirect to a Google Docs spreadsheet. Rywek heading right here as well to this 4-way elevator. Just checking with TA to make sure that he is definitely not going to be interview ready. Oh, an official race time finish time, racetime.gg race room finish time of 81:18. That is a whatchamacallit. Same forward, same backward. He is going to pop in. Okay. BRB, folks. All right, let me get TA in the room here. And let's hope that our audio levels are okay. Rywek's still pushed around. You're going to see this hard upstab block. GGTA, welcome in.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, we have some questions.
I totally, yes. interesting decisions later on in the seed, and it probably had to do with after I did the Palace in Death Valley, I started meandering around the east looking for item caves and such. I'm assuming you're going to be asking about that and like the grinding and such.
Yeah. What was the thought? What was happening there? Walk us through. We were looking for caves.
I was a little underleveled. I only had 5 magic containers. I only had 6 heart containers, and I was very nervous about GP. It was in the back of my mind, and I know that I'm not good enough at this game to complete a GP with limited resources, and especially no shield. So I was mainly looking for, I knew whatever item unlocked shield. I can't remember if it was the trophy or whatever.
Yeah.
That was somewhere on the east, but I could not figure out how to actually get items on the east. I did not find a single item. So I assumed it was a continent connector to the other side of the east, and it was somewhere on Death Mountain. That's my guess, but I couldn't find it. So I said, screw it. I'm going to just move on. And then I found a nice little farm spot right next to Bagoo's Woods that gave 300 experience. So I decided to do that and at least get up to attack 6 and life 8 to give me more confidence on the Thunderbird fight. And of course, Thunderbird is, one room in essentially into
yes.
the GP.
Yes.
And it was also a junction GP, as I like to dub it. So you don't get as punished for having low resources. So, you can go one way, and if you lose a life, whatever, you can pay, and then just, pick another direction of the junction. So I did not need to do any of that. I should have just done Palace 5 and then go straight to GP, but instead, the 15 minutes I meandered around the overworld trying to get something done. Whatever, I still won, so I can't complain, but the structure, the configuration of that GP was very easy for having limited resources.
Yeah, so from our side, by doing the grind, Rywek did find the other way. Okay, how do we even talk about this? So right as you walked in to Death Mountain via the bridge from the west, what you will see if you'll watch this back is that right at the bottom of your viewport of the overworld map, there is a cave facing to the west. And that is the cave that connects to the top side of the east. Now, neither one of you found that for a very, very long time. And Rywek was slated to take the lead on this one, but he decided to then dedicate, after he placed 5 gems and still needed to do P3 on the maze, but he walked by it to go to the south side of the east. He kind of walked around there again to kind of double check things. Like you said, every item location was blocked on the top side of the east. Nothing was on the south side. It was just palaces and towns down there. And he decided to try to, again, I don't know, he might have been in the same boat as you, where he feels like he just wanted more resources. Maybe he wanted the shield spell and things like that. He did eventually find the way to the east, and it was the cave that we had first saw when you first walked into DM. And he cleared all of that out. But I would say that depending on if he had just done P3 and then gotten into GP, he's on currently, while I'm not sharing my screen in Discord, he is currently in the curtain room that has the elevator up that goes into Darkling's room right now. So he wasn't that far behind, all things considered. And again, he did have, hard to say whether it was the lead specifically, because you left P5 on the west for so long. You did 4, you did 2, and then you left for a while. And then you came back to do 5. And I'm sorry, this is very fragmented, a little out of order in the way that I talk about things. Is Rywek did do 6 early on in the valley. He did show us that it was a one-sided volcano. And so you not having that information, we thought that might come back to bite you a little bit later if you wanted more resources and stuff like that. But everything was on the top side of the east. It was a cave out of Death Mountain. And you did almost a full clear of that GP. I think there was just one other direction remaining.
Yeah, I was assuming that it was going to be a 2-sided volcano before I even went into Death Valley. I had pretty much done a thorough clear of what I had access to in the east, and I assumed it was going to be a 2-sided volcano, and I was very surprised to see that it wasn't. And that's when I started getting a little nervous. It's like, okay, I have all the palace locations. I'm in go mode. I have no resources, and I don't know how to get any of these items. So I was panicking a little bit there. And then, you talked about how I left behind P5 while doing P2, P4 on the west, going back to the east, and then coming back to the west to do P5. The logic behind that was just I was low on levels, low on resources. I didn't want to take the gamble on P5 with attack 4, life 5, let's say. And in the back of my head, I was going to come back to the west anyways to pick up shield once I found the item on the east, which I never found. But that was the plan. I wanted to come back and get shield anyways, so I figured let's go get the trophy or whatever it was blocking shield on the east, come back to the west, get shield, and then go do P5. Just, sacrificing a minute or two, but, using safety strats, let's say. Maybe if I'm in a pickup race with a bunch of people and I'm playing for first place, I would have just done P5 right there. And, knowing that if I, make those kind of plays in a big race, I'm probably not going to be very competitive. So that was the reasoning there. But
I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. Some additional safety strats for sure. We figured you might be taking maybe some, gambles just because you were up one game going into this. So it's you've got the possibility to take a loss here and not be eliminated. But I mean, yeah, I mean it could have gone either way here. As we're joined, as we're joined by Rywek. GG Rywek.
GG TA.
Yeah, GG man. Marai was giving me a little bit of a rundown of the seed, and it sounded like it was pretty close. So that must have been awesome for the viewers.
Oh, I'm glad for them. I made a huge mistake, and I forgot where 3 was.
Oh,
okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay, yep. That confirms what we were thinking. Because you had done 4, 5, and then 2, and then you were done with the West there, and then I'm doing commentary. I'm like, all right, Rywek just needs to hit P3, and then he's just going to walk to GP after that and be ready to go. Yeah. And then you walked past P3 on the maze, and you were kind of all over the place at that point. And then when you went to the top side of the East, you did find a bunch of extra stuff, but you were still kind of looking around, and it made it, again, I was just assuming, I was like, I think he's looking for a palace up here as well, which isn't going to be here. And yeah.
So I misplaced P3, and that caused me at least 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. I know yesterday you felt like you got beat pretty badly, but we cleared that up where the last few palaces you had to finish weren't really all that long to begin with. And this time, you were first to place a gem out of logic in P1, and I would say that you were slated to be in the GP before TA in this race here, had you not forgotten about P3 on the maze. And had you, were you still interested in trying to find the trophy and stuff on the East, or would you have just done 3 and gone into GP?
I would have done 3 in GP.
Okay.
I was done. I'm happy I found life eventually, but it's like I didn't need it. Like as soon as I found reflect, I knew I was in go mode, and it's not a comfortable go mode, but it's go mode nonetheless.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was in go mode very early, but I didn't have resources, and I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to actually complete the game with my, current life and levels and such. So, and my skills, or spells rather. So, I started meandering around the East looking for, additional item locations, heart containers, magic jars, whatever I could find, and I was unsuccessful in finding a single item on the East, unfortunately.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty wild that it was 3 towns on the south side, all the palace access on the south side, every item locked on the top side. That was pretty wild configuration there on the East here today.
Yep.
And the fact that I was talking to TA about this, like right as you walked into Death Mountain off of the bridge from the west, you could see that there was another cave down there facing west going to nowhere. And I saw that pretty early on, and I was like, okay, that's either Hammer Cave or Continent Connector. And then when you both found Hammer Cave, not too long after getting to DM, I was like, oh, okay, so that's going to be a Continent Connector. And as we were kind of piecing this together, I'm thinking, is this going to actually lead to a segmented continent? And sure enough, it did today. And yeah,
To my downfall.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I would. Yeah, this was quite the race, both at the end, as Rywek, as you were forgetting where P3 was, and TA was doing a little extra grinding because it couldn't find any additional resources that he wanted before going into GP. It was really coming down to like, who's actually going to get into GP first here, and then what does GP have for us in store? And while TA was in to GP, I think it was about 7 minutes or so before you were. He did do a lot of clearing in there, and you did do a little less clearing. So, all things considered, if it was closer at entry point, you definitely would have given him a run for his money here today. So, don't feel too bad about.
Oh no, I don't feel bad at all. Don't worry. Like honestly, I wish I had more time to have practice, because honestly, during the bracket phase, I had time for one practice and then the weekly race, and that was all I had time for in the single week. So like, this was a rookie mistake. If I had gotten it out of my system once in a practice seed, I wouldn't have made it this time. So I know that if I give it my all, then the next Upstarts, or maybe even the next main tournament, I know I can kick some butt.
Yeah, you definitely had you seeded 7th out of the top 25, which is a great place to be moving into brackets. Unfortunately, eliminated here in round 1. But not you didn't go down without a fight, for sure. You didn't go down without a fight. But TA, you're moving on. You know what? Hold on, TA. We'll get to. We'll send Rywek off first here. Rywek, now that you're going home, how do you feel overall? You did here. The first 6 weeks of async, these 2 races here in this best of 3 series in round 1. And how about Z2R? You can give it to us as straight as you want. You can say, this game is terrible. I know why people hate it. And good luck to this community. I'm never returning. So it's okay if you have that to say.
Oh, no, I actually really love Z2. Like, wow. I'm one of those contradicting people or something like that, but I really liked Z2. I preferred Z2 over Z1.
Wow.
I played that one much more. I played Z2 much more when I was a kid than Z1. It didn't help that I didn't know when I was a kid that Z1 had a second quest, so there was more to the game. But no, I enjoyed this and the randomizer. I loved the fact that it was progressive learning and like slow entrance into the randomizer world, because before this tournament, I had done maybe 2 or 3 seeds on my own, and I had no idea what I was doing. And that was like years ago. So like now having a tournament specifically so that I'm gradually reintroduced to it is like, it feels good.
Well, that is great to hear. Well, it's a tough game. Obviously, anyone who plays this knows the reputation that Zelda 2 vanilla has, where a lot of people are just like, I can't believe this is a Zelda game. It's a Zelda game in name, but it's not really a Zelda game in any other way for the most part. But yeah, it's great to hear that you had a lot of fun, and it looks like you're having fun in that cam. I like when people have cameras up and I can kind of watch them on Restream to see the reactions.
Man, every time I died a stupid death, I could not stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. It's like, no, this is the worst thing possible. Oh, no, it was great. It was great. And TA, I hope that you make it to the very end and you have tons of fun doing it.
I appreciate that, Rywek. Thank you. Yeah, and GG. If I do make it to the end, I am going to be probably met with a very tough opponent. More than likely, I think we all know who that is. So, yeah, best if I can make it. I don't know who I'm up against next. All the other players in this tournament are very good at this game and have picked up this game so quickly. So. It's not set in stone. I have to get through my next match, and then maybe I can have a chance in the finals. We'll see. I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna be tough for sure. The whole path ahead.
Yeah, your next opponent is gonna be Methinks So in round 2 here. He is the 3rd seed, so you are the 2nd seed. He's the 3rd seed, so quite a quite a match
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got coming up here. I'm excited
Yeah.
as always. So these have been great races between both of you. You've
Okay.
both done phenomenal. Yeah, so this is great. I'm out of things to say. I'm terrible at closing these out. So GG's to both of you.
Would you mind? Well,
no.
first of all, as we're closing out, I want to thank, of course, Mirai for helping with this tournament so much, for teaching us new players like what to do every single week. I couldn't catch every single one of his streams, but like anytime I had like a little 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I was trying to catch the vodcast, just to be able to learn a little bit more about Zelda 2 Randomizer, and he is a phenomenal teacher. So thank you, and thank you for the restream. Thank you for everybody for tracking, commentary, and all the good stuff. Viewers, make sure to follow this channel and also follow Zelda Speedruns, because there could be future matches on there as well. But that's it for tonight, and I would like to wish you all good night. Is that a good wrap up?
It is a good. You are too kind, a little too kind on the on that part there. But yeah, I'll give it to TA though. Any final thoughts, I guess, before we close this out?
Yeah, I'm just echoing the same thoughts as Rywek. Thank you so much for putting on this restream and the commentary, Mirai, and your contributions to the community are immense. And just watching your stream, I've learned so much. So yeah, whatever. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, GG, Rywek, and best of luck in your future endeavors with Zelda 2.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, these people are too kind. They're too kind, I tell you. Anyways, again, thank you for the kind words. GG's to both of you, and good luck to TA moving forward to the next round. Speaking of Zelda speedruns, we do have another race between Malchior and Hitman, Game 2, coming up here in about 18 minutes. I'm pretty sure they're not live just yet. I don't really have. I've got way too many windows open to open more stuff up right now. So that'll be on Zelda Speedruns main, again, Twitch TV. / Zelda Speedruns to check that out here in about 18 minutes. Get yourself a snack, bathroom break, little break before we get into the next set of Z2R. I don't know if I'll be on comms. We got to check all that up. I think other people are going to be working that. But thanks for checking out the stream here, folks. We'll probably be doing more bootleg restreams at some point whenever Zelda Speedruns can't pick those up. But thanks for checking out the stream. Again, GG's to runners. I'm just going to keep repeating the same thing. Good luck to TA moving forward. And thanks to everyone coming out to watch this one. We will see you in the next stream, folks. Take care.